Welcome back to the Raleigh Oaks here on OOTP 25. After a sweep of the White Sox in the DS, the Oaks are going to be facing the Atlanta Braves here in the National League Championship Series. And then over on the American League side of things, you've got the Los Angeles Angels already up 1-0 on the Boston Red Sox, setting up a very interesting possibility here for the 2040 playoffs. But first, let's take a look at what these Atlanta Braves look like. This is the team that snuck in as that third spot here in the Southern Division with 87 wins. They made the World Series last year. This is a good quality team. We're not taking them lightly. We know what they're about. We take a look at their info page here. Well-rounded bats, fourth in runs scored. Their pitching was not as good last year. I think they were like a top 3 staff in the National League last year, if not the best. And this year, definitely not that way with the pitching. They still had a really good bullpen, but overall, they don't walk a lot of guys. They play decent defense, and they had a good bullpen, but their staff overall was not the greatest. But, they've made it to the CS. And then you have their bats, which were their main thing. Fourth in runs scored, second in hits. They steal a bunch. They're a decent hitting team. So if we take a look at their pitching, it is Jake Van Orden is their closer, who was their highest WAR getter as their closer. Juan Magana, who was somebody I think I was looking to trade for at one point, yes. But now he's on this Braves team, and he was not really great, but he's now on their bullpen here. I guess they traded for him at the deadline. They did indeed. And then Jim Parker, who we've known about forever now, veteran starter. Not having his greatest season, but still a very, very good starter, currently on fire. Danny Sassone is in their rotation, not exactly the most intimidating player. Cherry Hill Mall. What? I've never seen that. Is that an action? Obviously I know where Cherry Hill is, but I've never actually seen Cherry Hill Mall listed as the location. This guy lives in the mall? What? Anyways, this Josh Lutzenheiser guy in their bullpen seems like he's really good, mainly all fastball, though. Tim Bayer seems to be a decent starter. He's more of a prospect, though, putting up his first real time in the big leagues here. Wasn't really too great, but, he's here in the postseason. And then Chris LaRouche, also definitely looking like more of our staff guys. But, the staff overall, not really that intimidating. They got Nate Crozier pitching. They've had him throwing in the bullpen, it looks like a bit. So maybe we might see Nate Crozier pitching for them. But then their bats, they got 3 guys who finished with 4 WAR, 4 if you round this up. Kane Archdeacon, the former Angel farmhand, another 4 WAR season for him. Nate Crozier, 4 WAR season in the outfield for him. He's played the outfield. Greg Fortis is their first baseman. They picked him up from the Yankees in the offseason, I'd imagine. Yeah, in a trade. Not the biggest power guy, but definitely an overall very good hitter. He put up a 4 WAR for them. And then Nelson Arango, the former Angels farmhand. I should also put Piscotti here as Angels, as well as Cesaro Angels. So, a lot of former Angels on this team, as we know. Pat Cafaro has been a very good player for them. Stephen Piscotti put up another 3 WAR season. He had a 2.4 WAR for them last year. He's been a good pickup for them. Cesaro, not his best season, but still a quality catcher with some serious pop. And then they got a bunch of bench bats here. Cuvée no longer a starter for them, it looks like. They're playing Otero at first base, who's wrecked. Abraham Maya's on their bench. Dylan Patrick Malave, interesting name, not really the best player, but decent ratings. This Braves team, no slouch. We're taking them on in the championship series here. No changes to our lineup or anything. We're still rocking with what's been working here. We did not make any roster changes or playoff roster changes, so the same 1 through 9 for the catcher through DH. Obviously, we don't have the clear advantage at every position like we did with the White Sox, but, we're a scrappy Raleigh Oaks team, so we're going to try to win this series here. Wilson Morales taking on Jim Parker here in Game 1. So top 1 here in Raleigh. Wilson Morales gives up a home run. Gets through it after that, so it's 1-0 Braves. Ortega, nothing going for us. Nothing going. Nothing going. Nothing going. Nothing going. Nothing going. What just happened? Ortega's hurt. Mild oblique strain. He has to come out with that? Like, we can play him through it. That's brutal. So Ortega's got to come out. I mean, it's really Esprit. So Oliar is a 60 at third base. Esprit is a 70. Yeah, it's Esprit. Or Ruben. Yeah, we're going to go Esprit at second base. So Duvall Esprit is coming into play second base. As we're here in top 5, Wilson Morales. They get a runner on second here with 1 out. And it is Malave up at the dish. 1-2 count to him. Ground ball. Ruben Fields tosses the first. That's 2 down. Next batter up is Piscotty. 0-1 count. Little dribbler back to Morales. Fields himself fires the first, and it gets away! Was it an error on the throw or the first baseman? It was an error on the throw. Because pitchers cannot throw to first base. As they score a run on an error. And Piscotty's on second. 1-2 count to Cafaro, and he goes down on the curve, but they do tack on 1 more as it's now bottom 5. We can't get anything going. We're being no hit right now by Jim Parker. Got a hit there, but no runs. So top 6. Morales works to scoreless frame. It's bottom 6. Boom. Rojas on second base here with 2 outs for Luis Griego. 1-0 count. Hard hit to center field, but that'll be on a line. Caught by Archdeacon. Still 2-0 Braves. Move things on to the top of the 7th. I think we are going to take Morales out of the game now. And I think we will bring in Steve Laird. Just keep rocking and rolling with him. So Steve Laird here, top 7. Scoreless frame, bottom 7. 2-run blast. Who just hit that? Eric Oliar! Let's go. Duhan gets hit by pitch, and then Oliar makes him pay with a 2-run blast, and the Raleigh Oaks, with only 2 hits on the day for each team, deuces wild in these columns. 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Anything else going for us? Not quite. So top 8 here. Laird's not exactly the most. He's still in the green here, but he does only have 25 stamina. So I think we are going to... I mean, it is a bunch of righties coming up. Let them go 1 by 1. So facing Piscotty here, 1-2 count. Leading off the inning. That's lofted out to right field. Caught by Rojas. 1 down. Brings up Cafaro, who we will go after. 2-2 count. That's going to be down into the left center field gap. So Cafaro, extra base hit here with 1 out. He's going for 3, and he's going to have it. Pat Cafaro's on third base here with 1 out, and that'll be the end of Laird, as it's going to be the top of the order now here for this Braves team. Yeah, righty. Honestly, I might bring in Nazario. I think we're going to do that. Nazario is going to come in the game, try to get a little punchy here against Otero. With first base open, he has 50 control. We'll pitch around. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Blows it by him. Otero goes down swinging. 2 down. Kane Archdeacon will pitch around him too. 1-1 count. Taken to center field, but caught by Griego, and Nazario strands the runner at third. I'm sure he's screaming all sorts of stuff coming off the mound right now. We move things on to the bottom of the 8th. Still 2-2. They bring in their main man, Jake Van Orden. And we're going to try to score on Jake Van Orden here. So Mike Rubin at the dish. Yeah, no, we don't have anybody we could move if we pinch hit here. So Ruben's gonna face him. Can we get anything going here in the 8th? No. Top 9. Nazario will go batter by batter here. So Crozier will pitch around him. Full count. That's going to be blooped into right field, but caught by Rojas. And Nazario hurt his shoulder. Diagnosis pending, too. That's not good. That's not good at all. But, yeah, it's top 9 here. I think we're going to go Osborne. Osborne's in the game. 2-2 count to Cesare, the catcher. Blows it by him. Next batter up is Fortis. 2-2 count to him. Pops in center field, and Griego puts it away. 3 down. It's bottom 9 here. Griego, Ramirez, Duhan up. Let's see what happens. Full count to Griego. Spits on ball 4. So he's leadoff base runner, gets on, brings up Ramirez. He takes that first pitch. Can we steal second, perhaps? Griego doesn't like it, and Ramirez is down 0-2. Just watches strike 3. Can we possibly steal second here? Griego goes, the throw down, not in time. So he's in scoring position. 0-1 count to Duhan. Taken to dead center field, over the head of the center fielder. That'll score Griego, and Chris Duhan delivers again. The Raleigh Oaks have walked off the Atlanta Braves here in Game 1. And they take a 1-0 lead in the CS. What a game! All right, so unfortunately, Juan Nazario, we don't know what his injury is going to be, but I'm just assuming that a pending shoulder injury is going to be bad. So we put him on the playoff IL. You know, if it's not as bad as we think, oh well, but he's not going to be with us for the rest of the postseason. So Juan Nazario, we took him off the playoff roster with the IL, and then we added Van Buskirk to our bullpen here just to get another right-handed arm in here. Just felt like he was the best option available to us. So let's see what we can do. And then fortunately, Edgar Ortega only has a mild oblique strain. It's minimal on all 3 of these. He's a key piece of our team here. We're obviously not going to bench him. He's going to play through it. It's the playoffs. Suck it up. So we're here ready for Game 2. The same lineup for us. Jorge Lozano taking on the other lefty, and Danny Sisson, the guy from the Cherry Hill Mall, apparently. So top 1 here, Jorge Lozano on the bump. Gives up a leadoff base runner, and he is now on second after a steal. So 3-2 to Kane Archdeacon, ground ball to Ruben. That'll be 1 down, but Otero moves up to third base. Brings up Crozier. We will pinch around him, 2-2 count. Strike 3. So 2 down, brings up Rue. And the ball gets away from McCarthy, and they score the first run of the game with a passed ball. Brutal. Lozano gets out of it from there. Bottom 1. Rojas and Griego on first and second. Brings up Ramirez. Take that first pitch. Misses low. Ground ball. I was tempted to double steal. But they don't throw to first. Interesting. So runners on first and third here with 2 outs. Brings up Chris Duhan, who takes one to deep center field, ranging back at the wall. Kiss it goodbye! Chris Duhan, 421 to dead center. He delivers again. 3-1. Raleigh in the lead here. My goodness, the 2-out home run. He has been dynamite for us this postseason. And then we're still cooking. Risher and Alohar? Maybe it's Alohar. Who knows? Runners on the corners here against the Cherry Hill Mall man. Aiden McCarthy at the dish. Works a 3-0 count. Spits on ball 4. It's bases drunk for Mike Rubin, who's got some pop in his bat. Show off that pop. And then he's even against a lefty, so it's even a bit better here. 2-2 count. Here it comes. He pokes that one to right field, and we're tacking on more runs. Raleigh should at least tack on 2 with that. Might even be... No, it's 2. Brings in 2. 2 RBI single. It's a 5-1 ball game. And they bring on Juan Magana, as we have already chased the Cherry Hill Mall man here in the first inning. So Edgar Ortega now top of the order here. Immediately down 0-2. And he whiffs through it. But we do tack on 5 in the inning, so you can't complain too much. So it's top 2 here. They get a man on second. 2-2 to Arango. Ground ball to third base. 1 down. Runner holds up. Brings up Malave. 2-2 or 1-1. Pop up. Right field. 2 down. Runner stays put at second. Brings up Piscotti. Full count to him. Blows it by him, and Lozano already has 3 strikeouts on the day. Move things on bottom 2. We just scored 2 runs. Griego walks, and then Juan Ramirez with a 2-run shot, and the Raleigh Oaks are up 7-1 here in the second inning. My God. We tack on another one. So Duhan doubled, Oliar singled, Risher singled, drove in Duhan, and then they finally got out of it from there. So Risher keeps delivering as well. Lozano, can you get through this, please? Ground ball, third base. All right. They do tack on 1, but that's why we have 8 runs on the board. So bottom 3 here. Let's just half inning this. Nothing else going. Lozano can't get out of this, but can he get through this last batter? Piscotti bloops it over the head. That'll score a run. He's already starting to get tired here, so Lozano might have to come out of the game. Yeah, before this gets out of hand here, that's their substitutions. We are going to bring in Josh Parton for some bulk relief. Okay, they get a man on. 2-0, gets away. What is going on? 3-0 to Otero. 3-1. Spits on ball 4. What's going on? Kane Archdeacon. Pop fly, center field, coming on Griego. Puts it away. All that for just 1 run. It's still 8-3. So bottom 4 here. Oliar gets on. Let's just see what happens. Chris Risher, 1-1. Little slap to shortstop, 1 down. Next batter up is McCarthy. They bring in a new pitcher. 1-1 to McCarthy. He clubs one out to left field, but that'll be caught for out number 2. Runner does tag up to third base. And then it brings up Mike Rubin, who crushes one to left, or hits a hard line drive to left. And that's out number 3. So top 5 here. Parton cannot get through it cleanly. But he does get the pop-up to shortstop there, so it's still a scoreless inning. Move things on bottom 5. We get on. Anything else? 3! We tack on 3. What happened? So Griego doubles, Ramirez walks, Chris Duhan 3-run home run. Of course it was. Of course it was. This guy's on fire. 3 home runs, 12 ribbies here in the postseason, hitting .381. Incredible. Incredible. So top 6 here. Parton still on the hill. First and second, 1 out. Kane Archdeacon 0-2. Strike 3 called. Next batter up is Crozier. Strike 3 called. Parton scoreless frame. Move things on to the 6th, to the bottom of the 6th. Anything going? We tack on 1 more. Don't really care what it was. But we do tack on 1 more. So top 7 here. I think Parton's got to come out of the game now. We're going to bring in... let's just bring in Van Buskirk. Get him some work. They get a man on second. And then a pop fly to left. That'll be caught. So 2 down, runner on second base. Brings up Malaves, who hits a line drive to center. Griego puts it away. Move things on. Bottom 7. Nothing going for us. Scoreless frame. 4. We tack on 4 more. My goodness. Ruben singles. Ortega draws a walk on the new pitcher, who I believe is a former Angel farmhand, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, it sends me back to the top. So then Ortega walks on the new guy. Rojas doubles. Ruben scores. Ortega goes to third. Griego, 3-run home run. Incredible. We are just pouring it on. It's 16-3. And Van Buskirk can't even get out of it from here. No, he's got 2 outs. It's a 1-2 count. Let him get through the guy. Boom! Punches him. Van Buskirk shuts the door. And Atlanta loses 16-3. And the Oaks are once again up 2-0 in the series, sending it back to Atlanta. All right. We are here in not Atlanta for game number 3. And it is Chris Jordan going for us. Tim Bayer going for them. Righty-lefty matchup. Let's get into it. So here, top 1. Nothing going for us. Nothing going for them. Nothing going for us. They get a man on second base. 0-1 count to Malaves. 2-2. That'll be taken out to right field, but caught on a dive by Nesty Rojas. Comes up big. Keeps the ball clean. 3 down, move things on top 3. So now it is Aiden McCarthy getting on second base here with a double. Brings up Mike Rubin, 3-0 count. Spits on ball 4. That brings up Ortega, 0-1 count. Ground ball. Seems like he's struggling through this oblique injury, but he still gets down there to first base. So now it's runners on the corners here. See if we can steal second. I mean, they don't want him to. We'll try one more time. Ortega going down. He's in there. Full count to Rojas. Whiffs through it, so 2 down. 2 in scoring position for Griego. 1-0 count to him. Line drive left field, but it'll be caught on a line by Crozier. Nothing else going for Raleigh. So still nothing here. 0-0, as they say. Bottom 3. Chris Jordan, scoreless frame. Top 4. Duhan on second base here with 2 outs for Chris Risher. Punches him. Still nothing. Chris Jordan hurt. Upper body. Brutal. I think we're going to go Elder. Elder's going to come in the game here. Gets out of it that inning. We can't do anything in the 5th. Neither can they. We got Griego on third base. We already scored a run. So we're up 1-0 here with a runner on third base because Rojas got hit by a pitch and then Griego doubled and he moved up to third on the throw. So runner on third with nobody out for Juan Ramirez. Just swing away. And he shoots one into the corner. That gets down up against the wall. That'll score Griego, and it's a 2-0 Oaks lead thanks to a RBI double off the bat of Juan Ramirez. So he's in scoring position himself for Chris Duhan. We'll swing away. It's 3-1. Spits on ball 4. Duhan is just seeing it. He is feeling it right now. So first and second here, still nobody out. Eric Oliar, swing away. 1-0 count to him. That gets through the right side. That might score Ramirez. It should indeed score Ramirez. Oliar moves up the second on the throw. It's second and third, nobody outs. And it's Chris Risher at the dish. Little lefty-on-lefty action here. 1-0 count. And Risher finds a hole once again. Slaps it through. That's going to score 2. A 2-run single for Chris Risher. It's a 5-0 lead for the Oaks, and they have broken this one open here in the 6th. So Risher knocks that man out of the game. It's Mike Dumont now in out of the bullpen. Decent reliever. Aiden McCarthy at the dish. Probably could have just hit until Risp there, but let's see what McCarthy does here as he pops one up for 1 down. So they finally record the first out of the inning. Anything else going? No, nothing else going for us, but we do have a 5-0 lead. Josh Elder still cooking on the mound in relief. Boom. Runners on the corners here with 2 outs for Eric Oliar. And he's going to bloop one against the shift in left field. No, we're not going to send him to third. You kidding me? That'd be nuts. So yeah, first and second, 2 outs, 6-0 lead. Chris Risher's up, 1-1 count. Doesn't find a hole there. And that'll be the end of the inning. But we do tack on 1 more. It's now bottom 7. Elder's getting fatigued, but it's 2 down, mid-AB. Walks the guy. So first and second, 2 outs. We got to take Elder out of the game here. It's the 7th. We will bring in Arango. I feel like Jaime hasn't gotten any work at all. But let's just bring in Mendoza. Why not? Mendoza's going to come in the game here. Can he get out of this inning? 0-2 count to Arango. Pops it up. Foul territory, first base side. Ramirez makes the play. 3 down. Move things on to the 8th. And we tack on another one. It's 7-0 here for the Oaks. That's a solo home run for Edgar Ortega, even with the oblique injury showing up. Nothing else going. Bottom 8 here. Mendoza works to score this frame. Nothing else going for us. Mendoza works 3 scoreless frames, or 2 1/4. 2 1/3, what am I saying? 2 1/3, and we win 7-0. Fantastic game. We limit them to 2 hits, and the Raleigh Oaks are up 3-0 here on the Atlanta Braves. Chris Jordan, strained abdominal muscle, that'll be out for 3 weeks. It's a minimal to everything. He's been really good in the postseason, I feel like. He has. And the thing is, if we take him off the playoff roster, then our options are like Gordy McEldowney, who we really don't want to be in the rotation, Jimmy Cahill, Luis de Jong, Esteban Estrella, who I guess could be as like a bulk guy. Cornejo could come up. You know, he's a starter. I think we'll make the decision after. I think we might let him try to throw through this, honestly. Just because we don't really have another option for, like, bulk except for Estrella. But, like, I don't know if we want to go with Estrella. We'll make a decision after this series. Or when it comes up to his next start. But for right now, we're just going to rock here into Game 4. With our follower setup of Kalena Jackson going. Haven's going to be following him. We're rocking the same lineup here. They're going with Chris LaRouche, who is definitely one of their lesser impressive pitchers. He looks more like one of our pitchers. But I mean, we've made it this far with our guys, so definitely no slouch to be taking lightly. The Game 4 here at Truist Park, top 1, Chris LaRouche gives up 2 runs in the first inning. A single for Ortega and then Nesty Rojas with a 2-run blast. That 1-2 punch is killing them. Let's go. 2-0 lead right off the bat. And then we're still cooking. Ramirez on second here with 1 out for Chris Duhan, who's first pitch swinging. He's taking one to center field. That'll be caught, though, for 2 outs. Ramirez holds up at second, brings up Oliar, works a full count. He also pops one up the center, so we do tack on 2 in the inning, but nothing else. And now it's Kalena Jackson here in bottom 1. Scoreless frame, so top 2 here. Nothing going. We might try to get another inning out of Jackson here. Okay, gives up a run on the first batter of the inning. We're bringing in Havens. Havens is coming in the game. And we are going to Risp. Gets out of it from there. We tack on one more. Solo home run for Juan Ramirez. Fantastic. It's a 3-1 game. Nothing else going. Havens has a man on second here with 1 out. 1-0. That's going to be over the outreach glove of Ruben at shortstop. That'll not score a run as they hold up the man at third base. So it's runners on the corners here. 1 out for Kane Archdeacon. 3-1 count. Spits on it. Bases are juiced. 1 out for Nate Crozier, who's been their best hitter this postseason. We just have to go after him. It's bases loaded. 1-1. That's taken deep left field. That's over the wall. Our 3 runs, great start, but a 4-run inning on a grand slam from Nate Crozier. And Atlanta now has a 5-3 lead. Not great. Not great. Can Havens get through this inning? He can. Nothing else going for us. They tack on 2. We got to get Havens out of there. It's a 7-3 game. We got to bring in Parton. Can we tack on some more runs here, folks? 2 down, 2 on. Ground ball right side. Gets out of the inning, but Parton does not have the stamina to be giving us like 3 innings out of the pen. So it's top 6 now. They brought in Magana. Nothing else going for us that inning. We got to take Parton out here. Let's just get Jaime some work. We'll go Risp. Scoreless. Nothing going. Gives up a solo shot. Gets out of it from there. It's 8-3. Nothing going for our bats. Now we'll bring in, I don't know, Van Buskirk. Gets out of it. All right, so we have finally lost a playoff game. Braves take that game 8-3. We move on to the next. And then Juan Nazario's injury just came back 4 to 5 weeks with a strained shoulder. So yeah, Nazario, that was smart enough to put him on the playoff IL, get an extra arm because he was not going to be pitching the rest of the postseason anyways. So here we are, Game 5, up 3-1 in the series. Top 1, nothing going. Bottom 1, nothing going. Scoreless. All right. 1 down, runner on second base for Nelson Arango. 2-1 count to him. He shoots one at the left field, but it'll be caught on a line by Risher. So 2 down for Malaves, who watches strike 3. That's a scoreless frame for Morales. Move things on top 3. Nothing going for us. Nothing going for them. Nothing going for us. 2 down, runner on second here for Fortis. Full count. Ball 4. So first and second, 2 down. 2-2. Arango, ground ball. 3 down. So another scoreless frame for Morales. Both starters are cruising in this one. It's top 5. Nothing going. Bottom 5. Nothing going. Top 6. Nothing going. Bottom 6. Nothing going. Top 7. Ramirez, leadoff double. Duhan's up. 2-1 count. He rips one into right field. That'll land in for a base knock. Ramirez has decent speed. He should score. He does indeed. RBI single for Duhan. And the Raleigh Oaks strike first here in this ball game. Finally a run on the board in the 7th inning. We'll see if we can steal second right away. Duhan goes. The throwdown, not in time. So he's on second in scoring position for Oliar. Works a full count. Ground ball that gets down the line. It's fair into the corner. Duhan will round third, head home. Oliar delivers with an RBI double. And it's now a 2-0 lead here for the Raleigh Oaks. Fantastic. Busting this one open, getting on the board here. Still nobody out. It's Chris Risher. First pitch swinging. He grounds one right side. That'll basically work as a bunt. Moves the runner up 90 feet away from scoring with only one out. And it's now Aiden McCarthy. Works a full count. Whiffs through it. Now it's 2 down. Now it's Mike Rubin at the dish. He also goes down swinging, so we strand a runner on third, but we do tack on 2 in the inning. And then we're going to go batter by batter here with Morales. Full count to Fortis. Walks him. That's got to be it for him. We've got to bring in somebody else. We've got to bring in a bunch of switch hitters and some righties. We're going Laird. Laird's coming in the game. Okay. I hit RISP, and I guess Arango doubled, and it's now second and third with nobody out. Let's pitch around Malave. Ground ball. Runners stay put. That's 1 down. So now it's Piscotti. Pitch around him too, please. First pitch swinging. Ground ball. Muffs it, but the runners stay put, and now it's bases loaded. So now it's Cafaro. 1-2 count to him. Blows it by him. That's 2 down. Now it's the leadoff man, Otero. Fly ball center field, and Laird gets out of it. Bases loaded. Nobody scores. Raleigh still in the lead, 2-0. Absolutely nails out of the bullpen there. So top 8. Nothing else going for us. Bottom 8, we are going to bring in... We'll let Laird go batter by batter here. So Archdeacon is the righty. 2-2. Ground ball left side. Rubin. Easy play for him. 1 down. Now it is Nate Crozier. 1-1 count to him. That'll be popped into left field. Easy play for Risher. 2 down for Rue. First pitch swinging. 0 for 3 on the day. He's now 0 for 4. Ground out right side. Easy play for Ortega, rather. And it's now top 9. They bring in their man, Jake Van Orden, trying to keep it 2-0. And he does just that. So bottom 9 here, we're bringing in our closer, Wilson Montiel, to try to close the door here in the CS. Okay. First and second, 1 out. The go-ahead run is Steven Piscotti facing a lefty. 2-1. That'll be blooped over Rubin's head. They do not send the runner, though, so bases are juiced with 1 out for Pat Cafaro, the 9-hitter. 1-2 count to him. Blows it by him. So the Braves down to their final out. It's the leadoff man, Jorge Otero. 2-1 count. Popped up. Caught by Oliar, and the Raleigh Oaks, on a miracle run here, have won the CS, sweep the White Sox in the DS, win 4-1 over the Braves in the CS, and now are on to the World Series in their first ever postseason appearance here in 2040. Of course your Series MVP is Chris Duhon. Who else would it possibly be? Series MVP Chris Duhon as we take out the Braves in that CS. I forgot to show who won the MVP in the divisional round. It was Steve Laird for all those appearances he came. I think he pitched like every game in that series almost. But yeah, he won the Series MVP in the divisional round. And now we await our foe in the World Series.